It has been a few months since I've done an HO scale collection update video, and I don't think I've ever showed any of my other stuff besides the construction stuff. So I had a couple requests on Facebook, and even requests from a gentleman in the Netherlands. That's really, really cool. Kind of meant a lot to me. So without further ado, this is going to be a little bit longer video than normal, but I'm going to try and give you guys an overview of almost all that I have up here in the display case in Emporium HQ. So here you have a very old-style firehouse. You can see the 3 rigs. This is actually the rear of the building, but you can see the 3 rigs here. The one in the middle is an ERV, which is an acronym for Urban Response Vehicle, so that would go out to car accidents or really anything that required just a quick reaction force type deal. Over here to your left is an international engine, that's engine 2, and there's Medic 1, which is obviously an international ambulance, and up through here on the back, which I'll go over when we get to the front, but there's engine 1, ladder 1 is back there, there's rescue 1, and on the other side we have a tanker for rural fires where there's not enough water or fire hydrants to hook up to. So that's the firehouse. Moving over here, we have just like a building supply company, and again, this is the back side of it, but different vehicles there. You can see a Diecast Emporium member that perhaps had a little bit too much Jameson passed out there in the dump truck. But these are all Scene Master or Boley HO scale trucks. I kind of wanted to keep my fleet in that orange and gray paint scheme. Looks pretty good. I like it. Go ahead and close this up, and don't worry, I'll do the bottom shelf here momentarily. Let me just finish off the top one. So here we go on the other side of the sliding door. Again, just some trucks. There's a little tag trailer with a forklift on it. It's a 315 excavator on one of those low boys. This is a custom bottom dump trailer. Basically, it started life as a Masto piece of crap toy, and I stripped it, put on some realistic wheels and tires, and it looks a lot better. There's your Tesmec rock saw. Gravel dump trailer here. This is a Walthers concrete facility, 1 to 87 scale again. And inside there's a couple of orange cement trucks waiting to get some cement into it. And there's just a orange street sweeper. So down here, this is the middle shelf. I can't remember who makes this kit, but this is actually like a building in progress for a train layout. I really, really liked it. Looks good. A lot of detail, such as the ladder, a couple wooden frames and that kind of thing. In the back, you have a Matchbox Caterpillar integrated tool carrier, which is based off the, what is it? The IT-28 or something like that. And again, he's just offloading some brick pallets. On top over here of the boom truck, there's another guy right there. 2 guys conversing about God knows what. Another concrete truck, porta potty, and a couple other equipment just staged there after they had dug the foundation, and they're waiting to get picked up by the lowboy. So moving on down to the last shelf, this is supposed to be based on Syracuse Supply, which was my local Caterpillar dealership growing up in Buffalo, New York. It's no longer there, but they always had a ton of equipment in the yard, and they always had, you know, it didn't just have to be Caterpillar, they had plenty of other stuff too. So starting over here, got a Matchbox Real Working Rigs drain cleaner, and I bought a couple dump trucks to go along with that. Same color scheme. That's kind of like the city workers' vehicles, if you will. Back there is an aero board. I believe that's also made by Masto. Give me a minute. Flip this thing over so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that's pretty sweet. So over here, up in front, you've got the Siku 2 forestry models. You got the forwarder and the processor. CCM Caterpillar PR 465 milling machine. And the Keybree, this is a plastic Keybree kit, as is the Komatsu loader right next to it. But the milling machine is the W2200 Viertgen. So a Volvo loader made by Viking, an international payloader made by First Gear. In the middle shelf here you have you can't really see it that well. That machine is supposed to be based off of the Cat Traxcavator. Then you have an international harvester, 4-in-1 bucket with a ripper track loader. A New Holland, it's escaping my mind for the minute. It's not an integrated tool carrier, it's something else, but yeah. This is one of the harder new models to find. Telescopic handler, that's what I was trying to think of. This is a pipe layer, again made by First Gear for international. A very expensive model now in the collector market. It's very hard to find. Next to that is just a plastic Scenemaster road grader and a Norscot number 12 grader and a Norscot 160H grader. And next to him is a John Deere by Athearn. I believe it's a 772, if I'm not mistaken. That's actually a pretty well-detailed model. Up here, you've got your haul trucks. On the lowboy is another Matchbox Caterpillar machine. It's a soil compactor. Very obviously and clearly based off the 825, although there are no markings to establish that. So here's a 772 haul truck, the water truck, two 730s, one with the updated Power Edge and the other one with the Power Stripe. Here's a JCB articulated dump truck. I really like that one a lot because it has the opening tailgate. Norscot Case articulated dump truck, and then before we go back on the other side, two Case wheeled excavators, and those are made by HWP, Hobby and Works. So that's it for this side. We'll go ahead and finish up over here, where there's a lot more. I don't drop the phone, that would be helpful. Okay. So kind of on this middle shelf, I just have a bunch of miscellaneous things. Here's a couple Matchbox Premier rigs, tractors. Next to that is a Boley plow. And then I have my utility fleet, which MEH Diecast so graciously supplied this one right here. This is the GMC tree trimmer truck. And behind that is a wood chipper that's hooked to a custom hook. Here is a international roll-off dumpster truck, international flatbed tow truck, a standard tow truck, and just some spare older fire engines. The two orange ones are made by Athearn, and they're very nice. Okay, so finishing off down here, we'll start where we left off. If you go ahead and look at the top of your screen, you'll notice the payloader. That's where I stopped off. To the right of that is a Volvo loader, then a 980K, 972K, 966K, and a 966K XE. All three of those loaders with the antennas were made by Tonkin Replicas. Two more 966, but these are the G variant. One's a bucket and one has a log grab on the front of it. Next, I believe that's a W190, so that's a New Holland loader. An L60, a Volvo wheel loader, and a Deere wheel loader, which I always forget the name of that one, but that's probably one of the better loaders I have. And I'll like I always do, I'll post little balloons that can take you right to the reviews of some models. That's one of them that I did review. Then there's a K621, a custom Caterpillar Dirt Machines IT28G. That one's got a forklift on it, and the other one has a bucket on it. Over here is a kind of a site office slash like the dealership office. Again, another 1:87 scale kit, but this one is ready built, so you don't have to go through the tedious and annoying process of building it. It's already ready to go, and you can put it right out in your layout as soon as you get home. Back over to here, 627G scraper, a First Gear International Harvester TD25, a D9T Norscot, D7E electric drive dozer by Toy State. Next is a case bulldozer. I believe that's a 1080K. Here's a TD15 International Harvester dozer with ROPS on it. Komatsu bulldozer, which is a P51X, I believe. Matchbox Caterpillar Dirt Machines tracked skidder with a grapple at the rear that you could just barely see. Next is a Norscot D5M, an Athearn John Deere, what is that, 650, I believe, 650J? Yeah, 650H, so that was close. Two cat backhoes from the Matchbox Dirt Machine series that are loosely based on the 416s. A Norscot Cat 450 backhoe. A Norscot Case backhoe, I believe that's a 580N. A JCB side shift European style backhoe, as is the last model on that shelf, which is a Volvo side shift backhoe with a 4-in-1 bucket. Coming back over to here, a Cat wheeled excavator, a Volvo wheeled excavator, two Poklane Heritage Series excavators. Obviously, one of them is wheeled and the other one is tracked. This is a New Holland 485, I believe, with a long reach demo setup. You can see the grapple right there, or the claw right there. This is a case material handler with a sort grab on it. You can see that right there. Nice little model. Norscot case excavator, and an HWP 1488, I believe. Then we have a Volvo 240, a Volvo 210, a New Holland. What is this New Holland? I always screw this up, because I never use these. 485. And this New Holland is probably the, yeah, it won't focus, but it's a 215. Next, Komatsu PC210 with the intelligent control. Right there you can see where the GPS pods are. Norscot 320D, and to the right of that is a 320E by Toy State. Coming on to the last row, you have a Ham smooth drum compactor, two Bomag compactors, one obviously smooth drum, the other one pad foot. Same case for all four of these Caterpillar ones. The only difference being one of the sets is in the old Caterpillar scheme and the other is in the more updated scheme. This rubber-tired finishing roller is a toy that I got out of a set about 15 years ago. Most of it's plastic, but it looks good enough, so I threw it in here with that. Here's a Ham DV90 asphalt compactor, and although this Masto set doesn't say it, this is based off a Dynapack roller. This is a cat roller as well. And two of my prized collections in this 187 scale. You have the classic Construction Miles CB634C double drum roller, and then you have the AP 1055B tracked paver. There's the wheeled paver that came, with the finishing roller, and then just a Siku Vogler paver over there. So that's it, guys, for the display case. If you'll give me 1 second here, I will go around to the front, and you can get a little bit better view at the front of it. Okay, so here we are back up front. This is the front of the Firehouse. To the side, you have Medic 2 and the Chief's vehicle, which is a Ford Expedition. Here's your Tanker 1 to screen left, Rescue 1, Lighter 1, and Engine 1. Those are all based off the Spartan fire apparatuses. Here's the front of the Rockville building supply. Definitely seen better days, but I kind of like it. And over here, all of the front views of the trucks, the orange trucks, and the front view of, let's see if I can get this whole thing in the frame, of the concrete facility. Here is the front of the house under construction. There you can see the platform truck really well with the guy up on top. Not sure what the guy in the middle is doing, but there he is. Some nice trees. And the reason I didn't show you this shelf is it's just miscellaneous crap that doesn't really fit anywhere. So back up to the front, just to finish off here. You've got a off-highway truck, a CT660 mixer, 2 Challenger tractors. I'm pretty sure I covered all the rest of this stuff, but I will slowly pan over so you guys can see. And then there is the site building. So there you go, guys. I hope you liked it. I know a lot of people like to see collection updates, so I had a little bit of time today to set this up and get this rolling. So hopefully this will be up by the end of the day. What is today? Monday. So you guys will be able to check this out. And speaking of collection updates, that's probably the biggest question I get. This is why I am not equipped to do a 1 to 50 scale collection update. And that's just 2 shelves. How about 3 more? So, ladies and gentlemen, and fateful Diecast Emporium fans, that is why there's not a 1 to 50 scale collection update. I would have to rent out somewhere, get all this stuff out. It would probably take at least 2 to 3 days to set up, film a video, pack everything back up, and 2 to 3 days to get all this stuff back down here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care, be safe, and we'll see you in the next one.